And the Igbo people, they sing to say, Ibiri o, Ibiri can video, Ibiri o, Ibiri can video. Live and let me live. Take and let me take. There will be peace.
While growing up, my cousin brother, Henry Okabazo Chikwenye Enwelem, loved this song to the fullest. You know, those early days when cassettes, C90 is what they are using to play music. Anytime when you enter, they play that thing, you can carry the speaker, put inside clay pot so that it will be do 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 dun do do dun dun do dun. Ibili yo, ibili kambili. Ibili yo, ibili kambili. Onye azọ n'ụwa azọ, ụwa ga-abasị onye ọbụla o. Ibili yo, ibili kambili o. May he so rest in peace. Chief Doctor Oliver de Coke, a high life professor in Igbo, who took over after Chief Osita Osadebe. These guys, with their guitar and everything, was giving another vibe. While growing up, live and let live. Biri ka onye ọzọ biri. Egbe belu, ugo belu, nke si be na ngwakwa ya, is a popular saying in Igbo land. But until I grew up, I never understand that this is the word that formed the Igbo ancient civilization. Everything we're talking about in the Igbo is on this phrase, Bia Biri ka onye ọzọ biri. Ibiri kan biri. It is the reason, is the key word, it is the practice that kept Igbo civilization where it is today. When you hear people say Igbo enweze, when you hear say Igbo does practice upper local system, when you hear say Igbo does not go to war, this is the reason why Igbo civilization was what it is till today. This is the reason why Igbo does not hide evil. This is the reason why you can even accuse Igbo that they don't love themselves, because live and let live. If don't ya a day make a day my day. This is why there is nobody enforcing to be overall in Igbo land. That even when you have money or when you are successful, when there's competition and you win, you become strong, it does not still mean that you have to overrule or oppress or dictate for other people. The Igbo civilization of live and let live. Inyendeba, inyendeba. It is the reason why the Igbos can beat their hand in chest, say the first democratic system was practiced in them. Because how do we coexist when you're on your own, I am on my own? How do we coexist? You go to some country, you live in your flat, I live in my flat. I never see my neighbor since. That's how Igbos have been living. They are compound with our compound. But then there is a need for coming together. But that does not mean that you must pass your boundary to encroach on other people's boundary. And when we talk of boundary, it is not the demarcation physically, but you must understand there are rules and regulations that govern human being, where you don't interfere unnecessarily into other people's affairs. But that does not mean that if you commit evil in your house, other people will not call you out. And this is why what we are facing in Anyoma today, the Southeastern Igbo kings are not ready to go and fight it. Last 2 years, when the Ibanke has issue with Oba Beni, some of the Eka kings do not even went to join them to fight the Benins. Whatever is their reason. But underneath it is showing, underneath it is Mbiri Kambiri is what is playing out. You know, there's this thing we call subconscious mind that you act upon, but you don't know that you are acting on it. Look at the judge today. The judges in Bayelsa, the judges in Ondo, the judges in Delta, the judges in River State are trying to fight on the side of the judges in Benin. Today they're having issues with that of the Edo. But our people in Edo, the bankers, are having issues with the Benins. None of their Eka brother. We're not even talking of the Southeastern Igbos. We're not even talking of other Anyoma or Okwan Igbo. All these Okwan Igbo now that are saying all of us are one in Anyoma. None of them were able to speak on behalf of the Wanke people. The Eka people was not able to speak or stand with their brother in Eka. Why? Biri can Biri. You're on your own. Fight your battle. If there should be anything that will make you join you, it must be based on interest and negotiation. I'm not going to lie for you. Even though that the Igbos believe na Onye na Onye ya, but that Onye na Onye ya comes with agreement. And that's why people can say people don't love themselves, because they don't come together to enforce or support things unnecessary. There must be a negotiation, there must be an interest. It must suit everybody. On your own, or your way they on your own, now Igbo people get them fully. So it is marvel when people now start accusing Igbo, they want to dominate you, they want to do this. Igbo no send you. I keep saying it. All these things that you are seeing on the internet are just finger pointing against we, the South Igbos, who are declaring Igbo. Somebody come to my comment section and said, Igbo be contented with their fast. I say, stop accusing South Eastern Igbo. Accuse me. You are a Benin man. You are angry that I'm saying I'm an Igbo person. You want to drag a Southeastern Igbo. Come accuse me. Say, why not stay on your own? Leave the Southeastern Igbo. Stop accusing them. They are not the one forcing us to be Igbo. Who among the Southeast can force me to be who I am not? You know, when people accuse people, say they are paying you to. How can person pay you to say the truth when you wanted to say it? If I make up my mind to be saying the truth, nobody can pay me again. It is even you that is lying that they are paying to lie. Most of you deny not to be bold. You are being paid. Because it is, you know the truth. And that's why you come to us and say we are forcing you. Like say we pull knife or cutlass in your neck. But you see, Igbos believe live and let live. That is why despite the fact that our people have denied their Igbo-ness, nobody from Southeast is always bringing war, dragging us, forcing us, putting rope on our neck to say you must accept Igbo. If you not accept Igbo, we stop hearing the name. Now we they tell ourselves now, say we should stop hearing Igbo name if we say we are not Igbo. We are the one telling ourselves this. You know, I've been saying it, the people who say Igbo does not have history. Yes. When you're your own, what history do you want to share? There's no war, there's no conflict. The only war Igbo have are with the externals. The Arab Confederation fought against the British Empire. The Kumeku fought against the British Empire. The Abo fought against the Benin Empire. The Ogwash, the Uburuku fought against Benin Empire. It has been an external wars. But within them, there is nothing, no war that you can record that existed between a clan and another clan for supremacy. When you totally know that this land does not belong to you, but you want to conquer them. Just like the British government did. They want to conquer us in our Anyoma region, which resulted to Aye Kumeku and lasted for 31 years. There's no war like that in Igbo land, where one king want to win another kingdom and rule them. There's nothing like that, because they believe in Biri can Biri. And that's why you say you don't have history. What history do you want people who are living at peace to share? What testimony? Who know they seek, know they give testimony, say, God heal me. Oh, you want the person to share testimony. What miracle is he going to be sharing? Look at the so-called history every other person is sharing. Every history is about war and conquering. So, people that are living at peace does not have such history. They will not. But today, the archaeology is discovering that they have been existing before you. There have been the existence of Igbos 4,000, 2,000, before Christ, before BC. The trading route between the Igbos and that of the ancient Kemet. That is why in Nsugbe they have pyramid like what they have in Egypt. They have iron melting sand in Ledger like what they have in other places. The oldest in the world. The oldest. Everything that civilization talks about, it is here. You have to read and make research for you to understand who the Igbos is. And that's why I keep telling people that I know many people will not like it, including Benin, but we have to say it. If there is anything like ancient Benin civilization, it is us, the Igbos that live in Idu, with other people that made it happen, not the Benins. The do we. Because everybody know that as an Igbo man, we are not lazy. We build wherever we find ourselves. We build. We build. When situation becomes difficult, we improvise. During the Biafran War, the Igbos built their own weapons. Until today, after the Civil War, the UNN Nsukka Chemical Engineering has been closed by Nigerian government. Why? Because they saw the potentials that Igbos used the UNN Nsukka to produce during the war that lasted for 3 years. Why did they close down the Igbo Oka? Locally made rifles in Oka, today Anambra State capital. Why did they close it? They knew we improvise. Improvise. If Nigeria has allowed those institutions, instead empower them, like the Americans did after the Second World War of Hitler trying to take over the world, American government employ 1,600 Germans and military department for weapon. Remember, they produced the Volkswagen during the war, where the motor engine is at the back. It was during the war they produced it. You must understand this. Necessity is the mother of invention. Ndi Igbo have used necessity to improvise. They became good in business today because necessity is the mother of invention. When they give them 20 pounds, make sure that they were not employed into the federal character. Employed because they feel they want to dominate. They went into business. They improvise. These people are the people who are actually looking for peace. That's why I keep saying they are the ones who are practicing one Nigeria. Wherever they live, they secure the place, territorial, prevent it, do it well. They buy land with your place, they build it well. They live peacefully with you. But you are jealous of their success, you are jealous of their progress. Instead of you to imitate, you start saying they want to take over, they want to do this. Till today, nobody can point any village in the past and present that Igbo have taken over that is not usually Igbo village before. Nobody, including the Igbo, that say they want to make it. Can you say today that it's Igbo people that force you to be speaking Igbo, or they take over your village and be telling you that you're Igbo? No. Everything is just wrong accusation. Like I said, I don't want this video too long. This is just to show you that Igbos live peaceably with anybody that comes around them. That's why all of you, with all your lies and propaganda, if you go to Southeast, any of your children, whether NYC that goes to Southeast, will always tell you the truth that they enjoy their stay in the South. Nobody will marginalize, nobody will treat you anyhow. If you're being treated anyhow, maybe you're a bad person. I'm out of here, Joe.